If you want to know about the rules and how this operates, I'm going to throw it to my compadre in crime, Mr. Brian Carney. He's got Mr. Sutter and Moroni over there. They're going to go over the rules right now to let everybody know exactly how this works, because with $8,000 up for grabs, you better make sure that you get the rules just right. Guys, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Thank you, Tom. I'm standing here with Mike Sutter, and this little guy here is his grandson, Mason Sutter. Well, actually, Mason Green. And Moroni here, he's with Old Castle Company, and he's our official judge today. Is that correct, Moroni?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, we all know that in masonry, craftsmanship is key, right? So this judging is a very important part of the competition. How do we judge these events?
Well, everybody seems to think it's just the most a block laid, and it's really not. It's a combination, a perfect combination of production and craftsmanship. Some people have tried in the past, just go for production. Some people have tried, just go for craftsmanship. That doesn't work. It has to be a perfect combination.
We've seen all kinds of things over the years, you know, double trowels, different techniques, straightforward masonry, and, you know, laying them right is the way to win this set.
That's the only way you're going to win. We've seen it all with 2 trowels, 2 holsters, running without a line, stacking it up, so bad that the judges wouldn't even get near the wall. They thought it was going to fall over. None of that works. It's the perfect combination of speed and skill.
Any more, Moroni, you want to add to the rules?
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, it's 1 on top of 2, right? You set as many of them down as you can, as straight as you can, and the best wall wins. That's
right
the
on.
idea.
Right on. Well, these guys are competing for $8,000, the top place, so I think we have our judges ready. They're in the stalls, so. Yeah, let's talk about the rules here, Mike.
All right. If you really want to know the reality, there is no rules. We just sort of make them up as we go. Not really, not for this kind of money. They're judged on 6 different criteria. The first one is production.
For production, what we do is the contestant that lays the most units gets 30 points. Each of the other contestants gets deducted 1 point for each block less they lay than the guy that laid the most.
And the next criteria is true in workmanship.
The idea with true in workmanship is that it's a subjective category, so we have a pair of judges that go through. They award the best looking wall 10 points, and every other contestant gets 1 point or 2 points or 3 points less than that, depending on the quality of their wall.
And then they pull the levels out and they start with plumb.
For plumb, we check plumb on 5 different spots. Basically, they're allowed to be 1/8 of an inch out of plumb in each of those spots, and they lose a point for every 1/8 inch in excess of that they're out of plumb.
And then we move right over with another pair of judges that judge level.
And level is very much like plumb. They're allowed to be 1/8 of an inch out of level. Level is checked on 3 spots on the wall, each end and in the middle. Every 1/8 of an inch in excess of that first 1/8 that they're off, they lose a point.
And then they pull their tape measure out and judge story.
And we check story on both ends of the wall, checking it from the top of the first course to the middle, and then from the middle to the top of the wall.
And the last criteria is voids.
And that one's important. We just check for voids and round everything up to 1 inch, losing a point for every inch of voids that they have on the wall.
And that's it. We compile those scores and determine who the winner is.
It's a tough job for these judges, no doubt about it. There's a lot to look at here, right?
It's extremely tough. It could be decided by 1 point or less between, say, first and second place. It gets that close.